Today is 2:16 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday. We have a disclosure. Please read it. I'm not going to be covering all those charts today in the market, but what I like to do to our members, we've had a webinar yesterday and covering the small account, and I wanted to insist covering the small account traders. By the way, this is NinjaTrader Broker Connection. So yesterday we covered in the webinar, let me get this one out of the way, to our members, we covered yesterday how we can manage a small account and how we need to, when we have a chop market, small trades until we find a breakout. If we are looking at the ES today at 1108, we had a little chop market, small losses here and there, if you notice, from the ES 1 minute and YM 1 minute. And then we had a breakout around 1040. And we can see from as I said yesterday in the webinar, watch the market if you like the 1 minute or the 3 minutes. Which one? Because the 3 minutes have a little bigger stop loss than the 1 minute. And then you have the 3 range. This one here, you see 2-5 range ES, because one it was on a sim, one it was on a live account. It doesn't matter. But if we monitor the 1 minute, 3 minutes, and the 5 minutes, and you can see the different, and try to see if you can accept the stop losses. If you want the smaller stop loss, what we said yesterday, then it will be with the 1 minute, you will be better off in 1 minute. Let's continue on that, what we covered yesterday. And today we have a lot of traders did exactly like this setup. I'm not going to be covering the DAX and the CL and all those big markets. I want to try to go on the smaller account, guys, and staying using 2 contracts. You can use 1 contract as an example. We can use maybe the NASDAQ 1 minute and the YM. Today there is not much big move on the YM. The biggest move was on the NASDAQ, and the 3 minutes, actually, the NASDAQ 3 minutes did very well. And today we had a lot of traders. They did exactly like what I have done, and they were really impressed. There is a lot of traders today did the same setting, and they said, they said, Sam, when this auto trader grab a trade and never let it go. And now they start understand how to approach the market with the least expensive in the market. If we notice on the NASDAQ, the 5 minutes on 1 trade, and this is one here, 3 minutes, and the 3 minutes on the YM, and the 3 minutes chart on the ES, we can see, I'm sorry, it's a little bit fade out from here. On the top left corner, it is the ES 1 minute, and you can see the small trades happen, and then when the market start taking off, we took off with it. Of course, when we are looking at the 3 range, is a smaller chart, and it is 600. It's not going to be 2800 like the 3 minutes. Absolutely. Higher risk, higher reward, less risk, less reward. If we're looking at the 5 minutes also on the YM, did very well. The 5 minutes on the NASDAQ did very well. But the most performance today we have had is on the 3 minutes. This is now at 11:15. By 11:15, we took off with the 1 minute, we took off with the 3 minutes, and we took off with the 5 minutes on the ES. You can see the 5 minutes. I mean, this is 1 trade, folks. This is 1 trade. You can lock your whole week, and not like today. What happened? Those big movement tomorrow probably it will be chop market, you know. I mean, when we have a lot of movement like this, it can be 1 day or 2 days, and then we're gonna be a little bit profit taken, and the market is gonna be chopped. So tomorrow you have to be really careful, like what we said in the webinar at 9:30. Watch this market, very careful before you activate your auto trade. Also, it is a very advisable not to take two contracts on one market. Try to spread out. Like, let's say, if you have a small account, try to take one NASDAQ, one YM. Whatever happened, it happened. If you have a little larger size account, then we take 1 minute ES, 1 minute NASDAQ, and 1 minute YM. And this is here at 11:15. It's the same thing. Here is at 11:32. At 11:32, we closed 22.25 on the ES 3 minutes. And this one here, we had a pullback. And then we can see on the 1 minute, the market start reversing on the 1 minute. This is a very beautiful setup when you have the 1 minute, the 3 minutes, and the 5 minutes. Why? Because if we notice, I mean, for the guys that would like to interfere a little bit with the market, if we notice that area here, and the price right now is 1,700 right there. Actually, it was above 2,000. But when we took that short trade, maybe you would have considered closing it and close that trade on a couple thousand. So even if you are automated the 3 minutes chart, it will be very nice to keep your eyes on the 1 minute to understand what's going on. Even if you are taking the 1 minute, and if you see the 3 minutes, there is a little pullback, and then you can see that it's just a pullback, maybe you will stay on that 1 minute trade. This is here at 11:34. We took the short trade on the 1 minute, and then you can see here the market closed at the 21.20 at 11:34, and then the ES closed at 2200. And you can see on the 3 range we had a lot of in and out today. The 3 range actually did not perform very well. They did a few runs, but the 1 minute it was much better, and then the 3 minutes 2200. The YM was not really my piece of cake today. It was 690 on the 3 minutes. But if we look at the 1 minute on the YM, on that trade, it was 660. At 11:41, we had a short on the ES, and we can see on that trade at 11:41, we were around 725. Here it was off because I've been flopping between those two, a lot of accounts. On the NASDAQ, on the 5 minutes it closed the around 2,400, and those 2 5 ranges, you can see they are the same numbers as 725, but we can see the ES was struggling on the 3 range. This is the most aggravating picture for me today. Today I was switching between 2 accounts, and that one here started on 1 account. I closed it to start different account. I had it and I closed it on a different account, and it was poking me all day long because I closed it manually to switch accounts, and I missed it, and that really pissed me off on this one here. But we can see the 1 minute. I mean, no matter what we do, we always the market can find a way, give us a blood pressure. So I missed this one here. I had that trade. I wanted to switch account. I switched account, and then I missed out this whole enchilada, and it was the best trade for today. This one here went down to almost $4,000 on that trade here on the NASDAQ. I don't know if we have, let me see here. Yes, if you notice here at 120, we were much lower than that on the NASDAQ. It was almost $4,000. And we can see, again, the ES hit the target one more time. This one here, we had it off. We're done with the 3 minutes and the range, and the 5 minutes. We were done with those. But the YM was not that much impressive. It made a lot of runs, but the NASDAQ today, it was superb. So to my traders, we have a lot of traders do the same setup. Even if you trade in one chart, let's say the 3 minutes, keep your eye on the 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. That also can give you direction, and you can see the performance, because sometimes if you are trading the 3 minutes and the 1 minute took short, and you have some good run on the 3 minutes, maybe you need to consider closing that trade. Guys, thank you very much for today. God bless you all, and see you another day. Bye for now.